We'll take a quick time out here in Italy, but stay tuned for more Zeth and Aster. Welcome back to the action on Italy, where we pick things up with Aster leading Zeth 8-2. Zeth holds his ground from the flowers, showing some surprising resilience despite the deficit. He's definitely fighting back from that lopsided loss on orange earlier. Aster is just cruising now, pushing that lead to 10. His current form has been scorching with a 7-game win streak. Zeth is clearly trying to put up a fight, but Aster is still firmly in the driver's seat here. The pace of these encounters has been incredibly fast. They're both just looking for that first glimpse of the other. Aster is just a single round away from closing this out after that effortless kill. Unbelievable! Aster closes things out with a clean shot to take the series. What a finish! Aster secures a perfect victory, ending the game with a total shutdown. What a finish! Aster shuts the door on this series with a total wipeout. And that's it, a blindingly fast shot to wrap up the series in style. We're pausing the action on Italy for a few moments, so hang tight while we get things sorted. We are live again on Italy, with Aster holding a commanding 16-4 lead over Zeth. absolutely effortless. Aster secures the final point with a lightning-fast flick to seal the series. He just completely dismantles his opponent to end this series in a spectacular fashion. Absolute perfection to wrap it up. He claims the victory with an untouchable sequence. Absolutely sensational. He just completely owns this series with one final lightning fast snap. Simply too fast, Aster pulls the trigger on another effortless kill to finish this map in total fashion. Zeth picks up another quick point, showing he can still trade blows. He's fighting a tough uphill battle against a top 15 opponent. He finishes it right there with a crisp headshot to secure the win. What a champion! Aster shuts down any hope of a comeback and finishes the job. What a dominant way to finish it off, walking away without taking a single point of damage. We need to hit the brakes for a quick moment, but stick around for the conclusion of this clash. He puts on a clinic with that final strike to secure the victory. Zeth finds another opening, putting a quick end to that encounter. Zeth is just trying to keep his head above water right now. Aster takes a huge lead into the break, sitting at 26-6. Well, the gap in skill we expected is showing in full force. He's just completely outclassed Zeth throughout these opening 12 rounds. Zeth is refusing to go quietly, trading blows back and forth with Aster now. It's a better look than the blowout Zeth suffered an hour ago. And that is it. Aster finishes the job with a lethal snap to claim the victory. Zeth is starting to put up a bit of a fight now, trading rounds with Aster in a much closer fashion. What a display of skill. Aster closes it out with a quick burst to secure the map. Zeth is starting to trade rounds much more consistently now, which makes this a far more interesting fight. It's an impressive showing given the odds going in. Zeth is putting up a real fight now, managing to stack up a couple of rounds in a row. Zeth is suddenly on fire, racking up his third straight point with a lightning-fast entry. He is simply unstoppable right now, securing his fourth straight victory without taking a single point of damage. He is completely in control now, extending that run to 5 straight. He's completely rewritten the script from their previous match. He's simply on another level right now, extending the streak to 6. He's completely ignoring that rating deficit right now. Aster answers back immediately to hold that momentum shift. Just as we expected from a top 15 player. He really knows how to protect that top 15 ranking, just an absolute powerhouse performance from start to finish. Welcome to the league. We've got Zeth and Esther stepping onto Mappas, where the favorite looks very strong today. Esther is effectively the king of this matchup, leading their lifetime head-to-head 234 to 61. And looking at how comfortably he took their last encounter, it's hard to ignore that pattern. We have to see if Zeth can actually break that cycle today. Esther holds the edge with a 2-1 lead. He looks as dangerous as he did in those earlier matchups today. We've got a dead heat early on. Zeth is proving he can hang with the top seeds today. The odds definitely didn't predict Zeth keeping it this close. Zeth has clawed back to a 3-2 lead. The gap between these two is usually much wider than this. He is absolutely on fire, cruising to a 4th round victory without taking a single point of damage. Aster answers back quickly, picking him off the ramp. He's definitely looking to maintain that dominant form from earlier today. Zeth is fighting an uphill battle here, given his overall win rate of 37%. You know, seeing him lead by 2 rounds really flips the script on what we'd expect. It's a massive shift in momentum compared to his recent struggles. Aster stays tough and earns another win to keep this contest close. He's starting to look like the favorite we expected. Aster keeps the pressure high, raining down fire from the ramp to close the gap. The momentum shift is exactly what we hope to see from the favorite. We're all squared up at 6-6. I mean, Zeth is really stepping up to a player who usually takes him apart. It's a shock to see them tied, considering Aster has won nearly 80% of their total face-offs. Time to reset. Esther earns a huge win from the ramp, showing some real grit to take the lead. He really knows how to capitalize on these high-pressure moments. A chaotic exchange of fire, but he secures another win to extend the lead. The momentum is swinging hard back to his side. Aster just won't let up, taking a 3rd straight victory to push the lead to 3. He's showing exactly why the analysts were so confident in him. A gritty exchange there, but he manages to hold on to secure his 4th straight victory. Total shutdown of everything Zeth tried to build here. A lightning fast response from Zeth to put a halt to that run. Talk about an instant turnaround in the server. Esther holds his ground in a messy encounter to keep the pressure on. He's simply refusing to let this slip away. Aster puts himself on the brink of victory, showing incredible poise to claw back into this lead. Zeth is really feeling the weight of this matchup now. Unbelievable. Esther shuts the door with an effortless shot to close out the series. He just completely took over the map in the end. Zeth really put up a fight, but that's just his typical dominance on display. Welcome to the Berserk League. Zeth and Omnic are facing off today on Orange to see who takes the win. Zeth currently holds a narrow lead in their long-term head-to-head rivalry with 178 total wins. It's a fascinating dynamic because Omnic actually took their most recent meeting quite comfortably. We'll see if that history plays a role as this set continues. Zeth has a one-round cushion over Omnic. He's really fighting to flip the script after that 39 loss earlier. Omnic is really feeling the pressure now as Zeth starts to build a serious lead. He's playing a lot more confident than those last few matches showed. Zeth is firmly in control with a 3-2 lead. That was a lightning fast reset to keep things close. And just like that, Omnic evens things up. Both of these guys are battling through some tough luck today. Omnic is completely taking over, securing his third straight win to seize the lead. The two of them are practically identical in the rankings. A clean response from Zeth to bring the series level again. It's a tight battle between these two sitting right next to each other on the ladder. Omnic edges ahead by a single round. Now, he's definitely shaking off that loss to Esther from earlier. Pure deadlock. Now we are all square at 5 apiece. Both of them are fighting through an incredibly rough day overall. Zeth is looking really sharp here, putting together a solid run of rounds to distance himself. The two of them are practically tied on the ladder. Zeth heads into the break with a 7-5 lead. I mean, this is exactly the kind of dead heat we expected to see from these two. Both players show they can string together wins, so this should be a close finish. Time to switch sides. Zeth is having a tough time overall with a 10-23 record in the last day. But it's clear that he's found a way to flip the script in this specific matchup. He's proving that his recent struggles are not bothering him here. Zeth is pulling away with a commanding 3-round gap. Both of these guys are really grinding through their matches today. A sharp response from Omnic, erasing Zeth's momentum with a perfect shot. A huge momentum shifter as the gap closes to 2. Zeth is really steaming ahead now at 10-7. Omnic has been fighting for consistency throughout his day. Omnic secures a huge win from the ramp, proving he's not backing down yet. He managed to keep his composure and secure a vital pushback. He's really putting the pressure on now. Just one more win and it's all over. Omnic has been a bit more consistent overall across his games today. Wow, an absolute brawl. Omnic barely walked away from that exchange, showing some serious grit to stay alive. That was a scramble for the ages. He clawed his way out of that fight, and now he's just a single win away from the series. He's definitely proving himself today despite that high rank gap. Absolute chaos in that final exchange, but Zeth comes out on top to shut the door. He really managed to find his footing when it mattered most. To pull that away, he just refused to let it slip. This time. What a match! Welcome to Berserk League. We're on Italy for this match between Aster and Omnic. Let's see if Omnic can pull an upset. Aster has a dominant historical record of 309 wins over Omnic. That's a staggering gap that usually results in a quick victory. We'll see if Omnic can actually keep this momentum going. Omnic is surprising us all with a 2-1 lead. Something is definitely off, given his recent form in the last hand. Both players are completely locked in. We've got a dead heat here in the early stages. Omnic holds a narrow edge, leading 3-2. Quite the contrast from how things went in their last meeting. Aster has fought back to tie things up. It's a tough spot for the lower rated player to stay competitive. Aster is starting to pull away here, putting a lot of pressure on Omnic as he secures the lead. What a scrap! Both players were shredded in that exchange, but Omnic just barely walks away. He's definitely playing with a chip on his shoulder. Aster claws back to a 5-4 advantage. A tough spot for a player currently sitting at rank 35. Omnic levels the playing field at 5-all. It's a complete toss-up right now. Aster is really starting to exert his will here, taking control as we head toward the half. Aster holds a 7-5 lead going into the break. I mean, it's mostly gone according to plan so far. Omnic has put up a fight, but the top-seeded player is still comfortably in the driver's seat. Fresh start for both guys. Aster is coming in with a huge amount of confidence, having won 9 straight matches recently. Well, that kind of momentum is tough to shake, and we're seeing it pay off as he builds this cushion. Omnic is going to need a serious spark to get back into this. Aster's extending the lead now, sitting comfortably at 9-6. That was a lightning fast response. He just deleted him. Omnic refuses to back down as he keeps fighting his way back into this. Aster is really rolling now, pushing the gap to 10-7. That top quartile class is really starting to show. What a chaotic exchange! He nearly went down, but digs deep to clutch it out. He is showing some real grit when his back is against the wall. The pace has really picked up. These last few exchanges are flying by. Still a huge gap between them on the ladder. He shuts the door on that comeback attempt and now stands on match point. Exactly what we expected to happen from the start. Absolute chaos in this final fight, but he survives a brutal exchange to secure the series. Omnic really tried to shake things up early on, but the experience gap was just too wide in the end. Welcome to Red Line. We have Zeth and Esther facing off, though the heavy favorite will likely be hard to stop today. Esther is playing with a lot of confidence, quickly picking Zeth off the ramp to start the set. He's definitely in top form, riding a 10-game win streak. Esther is simply too quick for him, utilizing that ramp to shut things down instantly. He just clears that ramp with ease, taking a huge 3-round lead. The gap in ratings is really starting to show here. Absolutely flawless. Aster secures another one from the ramp to push his lead to 4-0. Aster has looked essentially untouchable in their head-to-head history. A fierce exchange on the ramp, but Aster comes out on top to take a 5-round lead. A rough outing for the number 33 seed today. Zeth fights back, winning a tight exchange to get his first point on the board. He's having a tough day overall with that 11-23 record so far. Zeth is definitely finding some momentum here, holding his ground from the ramp to pick up another win. He's completely on fire now, taking another close battle on the ramp to keep the streak rolling. The momentum has completely shifted from the pre-match projections. Aster quickly regains control from the ramp to stop that run in its tracks. A huge gap in historical success between these two. Aster has a monstrous lead in their overall history, winning nearly 80% of their matchups. looking at the current board, he's doing exactly what he's done in those previous meetings. It really feels like Zeth is fighting an uphill battle tonight. It's 8-4 in favor of Aster. I mean, the favorite is comfortably in the lead, just like we expected. Zeth put up a short fight, but Aster's higher rank is clearly the difference here. Zeth needs a total reset here. Aster is just one step from closing this 9-4. He's been in great shape throughout the day with those 28 wins. What a nail biter! Aster somehow claws out of that scrap to stay alive by a mere few points of health. Absolute hard stopper. He barely escaped that one. He just wipes Zeth off the ramp to reclaim total control of this match. The gap in overall experience is quite clear here. Aster puts a stop to that rally, cutting Zeth down from the ramp to reach match point. It's a tough spot to be in, fighting a top-tier adversary. And there it is. He closes out the series with a perfect final shot to secure the victory. Zeth showed some real grit in that middle stretch, but he just couldn't keep up with that kind of pace. Welcome to the arena. Zeth and Omnic are ready for action, though Zeth seems to have a slight edge here. Zeth holds a slight edge in their head-to-head history, leading the lifetime score by 2 rounds. That consistency is a huge factor today, especially since he already beat Omnic in their most recent meeting. It'll be interesting to see if Omnic can flip the script. A completely untouchable sequence from Zeth, taking a commanding 3-0 lead. His recent form is looking much sharper than the ladder suggests. He just can't stop him. Zeth cleans up from the ramp to extend the lead. Omnic is really struggling to find an answer today. Omnic finally responds with a fast kill to get back on the board. He's refusing to back down, putting together a strong pair of rounds to close the gap. A gutsy effort to put the pressure back on Zeth. Zeth currently boasts a 42% win rate on this map, and you can tell he's much more comfortable with the spacing and the angles here. So yeah, he's really leveraging that statistical advantage to keep Omnic on the defensive. A methodical exchange here, but the composure pays off for Omnic to keep the momentum swinging. He really looks poised to shake off those recent losses today. Zeth is firmly in the driver's seat at 6-3. It's a tight race overall, with Zeth leading the lifetime head-to-head by only 2. Zeth pulls ahead again, pushing the lead to 7-3. It's a mirror of their previous clash on Orange. Zeth shuts the door on that rally by putting on a clinic from the ramp. Zeth takes an 8-4 lead into the break, and honestly, he's just outplaying Omnic in every exchange. That 4-round tier really broke the momentum for the trailing player. Time for a fresh start. Zeth is just dominating, now sitting on 9. A tight pairing here, but he's firmly in control. Zeth is absolutely crushing it, now leading 10-4. His overall win rate across 700 matches is finally starting to pay off. He's just too fast, walking away with another win to really put the squeeze on his opponent. Just a blink of an eye and Zeth is practically at the finish line. Unbelievable. He finishes the set with a total sweep to claim the victory. He's really asserting himself as the alpha in this rivalry, continuing to hold the edge over his longtime foe. Welcome to the Berserk League. We have Esther and Omnic facing off on fast aim, with Esther entering as the clear favorite. Esther comes out swinging quickly, putting down Omnic while he was perched in the window. Omnic is really struggling to put up a fight today. Esther is putting up a massive historical total with a 310 to 105 lead in their head-to-head matchups. It's clear he has Omnic's number. He's just a different caliber of player right now, and he's playing with total confidence. Omnic finally answers back, proving he can hold his own against the early pressure. He needs to keep this energy to bridge the gap. He's not folding under the pressure, securing another fast round to close the gap. The favorite is looking a bit shaken right now. Aster still holds a comfortable 2-round cushion. Aster looks totally locked in today, keeping that dominant 29-5 record going. Aster regains control, pushing the lead back to 5-2. The top-tier rank difference is starting to show. Esther shuts him down right off the ramp to extend his lead to 6-2. That reflects the struggle he's had in their most recent encounter. Omnic catches him right off the ramp to keep this contest competitive. It's a tough battle for the guy sitting at 36th on the ladder. Aster is really leaning into that 11 win streak he's built up lately. Seeing him close out this round so decisively shows just how high his confidence is right now. I wonder if Omnic can find a way to break that momentum. Esther takes an 8-4 lead into the break, and honestly, the map is playing out exactly as expected. Omnic is fighting hard, but that 11-game win streak Esther is riding has given him way too much momentum to overcome. Time to see if Omnic resets. Esther keeps the lead at 8-5. He's fighting a steep climb given those overall win percentages. Esther pulls further ahead, climbing to a 9-5 lead. The gap between them on the ladder is feeling wider and wider. These matches are getting over in the blink of an eye. Esther is just too quick for him right now. Absolutely crushing it. He just won't let the momentum shift, taking his third straight. Just like their recent 13-8 result on Ital 8P. He manages to shut that down, keeping himself in the game. He's certainly not playing like someone with a low win rate today. A very patient engagement there, and Aster comes out on top to reach match point. He looks completely in control of the server right now. A strong response from Omnic to keep the dream alive. That was an incredibly fast exchange to get the round back. And there it is, a lightning fast final shot closes the book on this series. He's just on another level right now, comfortably extending that win streak and keeping his momentum rolling. Welcome to the dunes. Zeth and Aster are ready to go, with the favorite looking strong today. Aster is walking into this match with a 12-game win streak. It's a massive run of form that makes the early lead for Zeth feel like a total fluke. I'm curious to see if Aster can snap back to his usual standard. Zeth's holding a tight lead now, extending to 2-1. His dominance in their long history is really starting to show. Zeth is putting on a really impressive display here, managing to push for a 3-round lead. Zeth is absolutely crushing it at 4-1. He's putting his overall ranking advantage to the test right now. He's showing some real grit here, taking a clean round to close that gap. It's a tough spot for the favorite to be in this early. He's refusing to go away, taking another round to keep this contest close. The pressure is really starting to mount for the highest seeded player. Unbelievable. He has completely erased that early deficit, and now we are level at 4-4. The high seed is finally playing his way back into this. Zeth gets the faster reaction here to reclaim the lead. A real struggle for the rank 11 player to find his footing. Zeth has won just 37% of his total matches across the league. That makes his current lead a really surprising turn of events, given how often he usually drops these. He's playing well above his average tonight, but he'll need a lot more consistency to hold this advantage. We head into the break with Zeth leading 7-5. I mean, this is an absolute shocker considering Aster owns 80% of their head-to-head matchups. The underdog is fighting back and looks dangerous right now. Time to see who wants it more. Zeth keeps the heat up, pushing ahead to 8-5. A stark contrast to the 13-4 result they saw earlier today. Aster stays calm and shuts that down instantly, showing he isn't folding under the pressure. He's refusing to back down. Another and effortless win for the challenger. The skill gap is starting to flatten out completely. A complete turnaround to bring things level as he keeps this run of momentum going. He's just relentless right now, popping Zeth off the box to take total control. Zeth answers back quickly to bring the score level at 9-9. A complete stalemate now, far from the usual results we see here. What a scramble! That was an absolute nail-biter, but he manages to dig deep and scrape through to take a 1-round lead. Barely survived that one, but he takes the lead. Aster is showing a lot of heart, clawing back further to put himself just 2 rounds away from victory. We are back to a deadlock, just a couple of rounds now separating these two. Zeth is making this look way too easy right now, really forcing Aster to work for every single point. A lightning fast response puts Aster just a single round away from victory. A clean finish to put him in the driver's seat. What a response! Zeth levels the game, forcing this marathon into overtime. Absolute perfection from Aster to secure the series, closing it out without taking a single point of damage. The pace is simply electric right now. They are trading these rounds in the blink of an eye. Zeph is really putting Aster in a tight spot here, continuing this unexpected run of rounds. A huge shift from the 13-4 stomp we saw earlier today. Purely efficient work from Aster to force another deadlock in this grueling overtime. A quick exchange, but he got the better end of that deal. Absolute authority in that exchange, leaving him with nothing but a view of the restart screen. Zeth claws his way back, evening the score in this high-stakes battle. A wild deviation from the script we expected today. Aster edges ahead, putting Zeph on the ropes at 16-15. Total chaos now as Zeph forces a 16-all tie. Aster pulls ahead again with a narrow 17-16 lead. The higher seed is finally asserting himself in the clutch. A total deadlock as Zeth forces a 17-all tie. Hard to believe we've reached this point in the match. Zeth surges ahead again, grabbing a slim lead. The underdog is really making a statement today. Another trade of blows, leaving us deadlocked at 18 apiece. A massive battle of wills between these two. Aster snatches it back, leading 19-18. Zeth hits back hard, and we are back at 19-19. Zeth takes the edge, stepping ahead to a 2019 lead. It's rare to see this gap in rating be so irrelevant. Zeth is just one step from glory at 21-19. Everything about this series has gone against the grain tonight. Zeth is absolutely on fire, pushing his lead to 22-19. He really played his heart out to keep his win streak alive, but that final push was just too much. What a fight. Welcome everyone, Zeph and Omnic are stepping onto Mappas for this duel to see who comes out on top. What a fight! He barely escapes with his life to take an early lead. He's already looking strong after that 13-4 blowout in their previous encounter. Zeth is currently leading their head-to-head series with 180 total round wins, and honestly, the historical weight is on his side. It'll be interesting to see if Omni can actually break that trend and find some consistency here. A brutal exchange for both, but Omnic simply outlasts him to keep the streak alive. A shocking flip, given how his recent matches have gone. Unbelievable confidence from the challenger, simply outclassing his opponent again. What a scrap! Zeth claws back around from the ramp, barely scraping through that exchange. He's certainly not letting the gap widen any further. Omnic is just relentless, holding a commanding 5-2 lead. He's looking a bit more stable than those previous losses suggest. He's staying gritty, taking this one for himself with a completely clean shot. Holy cow, Zeth barely survives that chaotic war of attrition to keep his momentum climbing. He is proving incredibly difficult to put away entirely. Pure perfection from Zeth to square this game up. He's completely shifted the energy here. A completely untouched shot to reclaim the lead just before the break. A tight battle, considering the rankings are nearly identical here. We've got a 7-5 lead for Omnic heading into the break. I mean, it's a toss-up for a reason. Neither player has really separated themselves, though Zeth did show a lot of heart by clawing back from low health several times. Let's see if Zeth can push back. Omnic is currently fighting a tough uphill battle with just a 10% win rate over his last 10 matches. It's a huge shift to see him completely controlling the pace like this. He's clearly making a point of flipping the script today. Zeth is truly refusing to go away, shutting down that streak with an effortless burst. Omnic reads that high position perfectly to shut Zeth down and keep the lead. He's just not letting up, continuing this push to close the gap even further. This keeps things interesting since they're virtually dead even on the ladder. A methodical victory to bring everything level, leaving the match completely wide open. A complete reset of the board. Omnic edges ahead, putting the pressure on Zeth now. A very evenly matched pair on this specific map. Omnic is putting a lot of pressure on Zeth right now, securing his lead with some incredibly quick exchanges. A cold finish to push him off the ramp, putting Omnic just one round away from victory. Zeth shows some serious grit here, staying composed to keep his hopes alive. He really needed that to stop the bleeding. What a finish! Omnic secures the final round and closes out the game in style. He really took a gamble on the timings, and it paid off. Zeth fought so hard to close that gap, but he just couldn't find the last few points. What a fight. Welcome everyone, we're on red line today for a fast match between Aster and Omnic. Aster is the heavy favorite here. Aster is coming in with a huge 34 record over the last day. The sheer momentum he's carrying is likely a big reason why he looks so comfortable early on. It will be tough for Omnic to find an opening here. Aster's firmly in control with a 2-1 lead. He's looking quite strong after that 13-7 win in their last meeting. Aster is just too quick today, taking control from the ramp to extend his lead. Omnic has an answer for the ramp positioning, keeping himself right in this game. Aster is pulling ahead now, leading 4-2. A massive gap in their all-time percentages gives the top seed a huge safety net. Omnic makes a great play from the ramp to put this series right back on even ground. Omnic is really fighting for a foothold here. Absolute deadlock now as Omnic ties it up 4-4. Aster barely edges ahead to lead 5-4. The gap in their overall win rates is evident here. Aster's 66% all-time win rate is a clear indicator of his consistency across the league. Well, that experience is translating into a very efficient performance today. The question is whether Omnic can find any answer to this pace. A complete stalemate on the ramp there, but Omnic managed to come out on top. Omnic really needs this momentum to offset the heavy head-to-head deficit. We're all squared up at 6-6 as we head into the break. I mean, Omnic is playing way above his usual level here. To keep a top 12 player from breaking away, it's a much closer series than we expected. Let's see who blinks first. Aster just barely reclaimed the slim one-round advantage. It's a tough mountain to climb for the 36th seed. Aster is starting to pull away now, and it's getting harder for Omnic to find any breathing room. Tough spot for the 36th rank to fight through. Aster completely shuts him down on the ramp to extend the lead to 9-6. The difference in raw firepower is starting to show. Omnic manages to claw another one back, showing some real grit to stay within striking distance. The underdog refuses to go quiet today. Aster is really dominating now, pushing ahead to 10-7. The disparity in their overall skill levels is really flashing here. Aster is moving through these rounds incredibly quickly. Omnic just doesn't have the response time right now. Aster looks totally untouchable right now and is just one step away from closing this out. He's clearly in a different gear today. What a way to close it out. He wraps up the series with a flawless final kill. He's really cementing that historical dominance over Omnic, proving once again that he's just got the numbers in this rivalry. Welcome to the stream. We've got Zef and Aster facing off on Italy, with the favorite looking to dominate here. Aster holds a massive 79% historical advantage in these matchups. It's definitely odd to see him on the back foot so early, given how consistently he's beaten Zet in the past. Let's see if he can recover his composure. Zeth is suddenly in control with a 2-1 lead. It's a total flip from their previous encounter on Dunes. Zeth is just out-reacting him right now. Those response times are incredibly fast. Zeth is really surging ahead now, leading 3-2. He's been absolutely on fire lately with that 34 run today. Aster claws back into it, tying this up at 3-3. Zeth is keeping the pressure on, refusing to let the momentum slide back to Aster. And just like that, we are deadlocked at 4 apiece. Zeth just edges ahead to take a narrow lead. He's really challenging the expectations of this matchup right now. Zef is currently sitting on a 6-4 lead despite being rated as the 33rd best player in our system. Honestly, that gap in skill is usually apparent immediately. Now we just have to see if Aster can actually find some stability before the half. Zeth takes a 7-5 lead into the break, and honestly, it's a surprising start for the underdog. Aster usually controls these series, but he's struggling to keep up with Zeth's pace right now. Fresh start for the second half. That was a lightning fast reaction, and the veteran is starting to find some ground here. The gap in our ratings is finally starting to show. Zeth stretches his lead to an 8-6 advantage. It's a bit of a shocker given Aster's usual dominance. Zeth is simply relentless, pushing his lead to 9-6. He's really turning the tide of this series around. Aster responds with a clean kill to narrow the gap. He's trying to prove why the labels were in his favor. Zeth is absolutely crushing it, sitting at 10-7. A really tough spot for the top quartile favorite to be in. Aster refuses to fold, erasing that round with an incredibly sharp shot. Zeth is putting a lot of pressure on him now. Just a few more and this series is over. Aster is showing real grit here, shutting that down with a perfectly timed shot. We're seeing far more parity here than the brackets suggested. He's putting up a real fight now, refusing to let this slip away. Zeth's recent form definitely gave us a reason to doubt the projections. Zeth just puts the pressure right back on, putting himself a single round away from victory. Absolute ice in his veins with that closing shot. Aster secures a tight response here, keeping the dream alive by extending the game. A huge stop for him in a critical moment. Unreal, he guns him down from the wine to level things up, forcing overtime. Absolutely no one expected the underdog to push this to the limit. Zeth is playing with a lot of heart, managing to stay one step ahead despite the odds. What a turnaround! Zeth closes out the series in style. Incredible composure from Aster, locking in that trade to bring us level in this opening block of overtime. Zeth is refusing to let this slip, putting himself right back on top for a critical moment. He is refusing to go down, finding a way to keep the pressure climbing, as we hit a deadlock. Total deadlock in this series now. He's completely flipped the script on this one, securing another crucial win to put himself one step away. Absolutely sensational. He closes out the series in commanding fashion to take the victory. He just barely survived that one, but he managed to hold on. Talk about a nail biter in those final moments. He really fought for it. Welcome everyone. Today we have Zeph and Omnic facing off on fast aim to see who comes out on top. Zeth holds a narrow lead with 180 all-time wins over Omnic in their head-to-head history. Well, it's clearly a grudge match, especially after Omnic took their most recent encounter. We'll see if Zeth can find a way to reclaim that advantage. Omnic is starting to pull ahead with a 2-1 lead. Neither player is letting the other breathe. We've got a real deadlock on our hands so far. Clean response there to bring things right back to a draw. Omnic reads that movement perfectly and shuts him down on the ramp. His recent matches haven't been kind, but he's keeping pace here. Zeth just tightened up his game and punished Omnic from the ramp. Both players have been struggling with their recent form today. Omnic just edges ahead, holding a slim one-round lead. The rating gap here is negligible, so every trade feels high stakes. Zeph really capitalized on that mistake, catching Omnic completely exposed on the ramp. Omnic maintains a shaky grip with a 5-4 lead. It's looking like a similar story to their last meeting. And we are completely deadlocked at 5 apiece. It's effectively a coin flip between these two tonight. Zeth is really starting to pile on the pressure here, putting Omnic in a tough spot. He's definitely found his confidence again. We've got a 6-6 split going into the break. I mean, this is exactly what you'd expect from two players with such a similar map history. It's anyone's game as we switch sides. Fresh start for both players. Omnic barely maintains his lead, now sitting at 7-6. He's definitely playing better than that recent match against Esther. Zeth is really struggling to put up a fight with a 30% win rate over his last 10 matches. He just can't seem to shake off those recent losses and build any momentum here. We have to wonder if he's just out of sync to... Omnic is extending the gap, now leading 9-7. That was a lightning fast exchange to get the lead back. We are seeing a real back and forth trade here. Neither of these two can keep a lead for long. Omnic holds a commanding 10-8 advantage. He's definitely feeling the pressure of that lower ranking on the ladder. Zeth claws back to within 1, making it 9-10. The lower seeded player is fighting for every point. Omnic just makes a great play from the ramp to keep his nose ahead. Both players have really struggled to find consistency today. We've seen a lot of rapid fire trades lately, and this match is essentially a toss-up right now. Zeth just looked completely immovable from the ramp to keep this fight alive. The momentum has completely shifted in the final stretch. Omnic is just a single round away from victory after knocking Zeth off the ramp. It's looking like Zeth will need a huge response to avoid the loss. Incredible! He claws back to a deadlock, forcing this entire series into overtime. A nail-biting finish to an absolute war of attrition. Omnic is just too quick, snatching that round away while Zeth was still trying to set up on the ramp. He's really mirroring that result from their previous set today. Omnic is on the roll right now, really capitalizing on these quick exchanges. He's showing a lot more composure than we saw in his match with Aster. Unreal! Zeth barely scrapes through that exchange, surviving by a mere 7 health. Talk about a heart-stopping recovery to stay in this. Zeth is really putting on a show here, dominating from the ramp to push this game further into deep waters. A completely wide open fight that just swung the game. What a shot! Omnic takes full control of this exchange to put himself one step closer to victory. That looked way too easy for him to secure the lead. Zeth earns a huge victory here to tie things up and put himself on the verge of closing this out. Absolute chaos as we head into a total stalemate. Omnic narrowly holds the advantage at 16-15. We're deadlocked once more with a 16-all scoreline. Omnic just nudges back ahead, barely clinging to the 17-16 lead. Zeth strikes back to force another tie at 17. Neither player has really found their footing today with those struggling 24-hour records. Zeth finally breaks the cycle and grabs an 18-17 lead. Zeth is playing with a huge amount of confidence right now. Zeth pushes the lead to 19-17 with a massive play. He really dug deep to get his revenge after that last loss. Zeth just would not go away. What a battle! Welcome everyone to Orange. Esther and Omnic are ready for battle though. Esther enters this one as the heavy favorite. Esther holds an incredible 312-105 head-to-head lead over his opponent. It's a massive gap, but Omnic seems to be ignoring that history today. We'll see if Esther can lean back into those numbers to find his footing.
Omnic is putting up a fight, leading 2-1.
He's been on a tear lately with a 30-4 run today. Omnic is really putting a lot of pressure on Esther early on. He's looking very sharp right now. He's really ignoring that ranking difference today. Omnic is just dominating with a huge 4-1 lead. He's fighting an uphill battle given the ladder gap. He is showing some grit, shutting down that run and cutting the lead to 2. The higher seeded player is finally starting to assert himself. He's simply refusing to back down, erasing another round to keep the gap tight. The momentum is shifting toward the higher seed. Unreal barely scrapes through that exchange and takes the 5-3 lead. The underdog is really making his mark in this one. A tough exchange, but Esther manages to emerge on top and keeps the pressure mounting. Just a very clean response there. Absolute deadlock now. He's completely erased that early deficit to bring us level. Everything is back to square one as we approach the halfway mark. Omnic just needed a quick peek from the ramp to take control here. It is a completely different story than their most recent clash. We're all squared up at 6-6. Well, the top seed is definitely under more pressure than we anticipated. Omnic is really holding his own right now despite the lower ranking. Let's see who blinks first. Omnic edges ahead, taking a slim 1-round lead. Hard to believe Omnic has a lead after a rough 24 hours. He's staying strong and secures a spotless win to bring things back to a deadlock. That was a lightning fast trade to get things even. He's really digging in now, taking the lead with a completely unscathed exchange. And just like that, they're tied up at 8-all. Hard to believe a player ranked 36th is making this so tight. Omnic pounces on the lead to make it 9-8. The underdog is really shaking things up this series. What a scramble! He barely manages to survive that brawl to extend his lead. It's such a surprise given his recent struggles over the last day. Aster is refusing to go away, putting the pressure right back on his opponent with that fast kill. He's completely locked back in, erasing the lead to bring this whole series back to a tie. This is becoming a total toss-up after everything we expected. What a surge! He's completely flipped the script on this match with 3 straight wins. He's clearly found a way to shut down the opposition. A quick response from Omnic to keep this battle deadlocked. Aster is simply too strong right now, stepping up to the edge of victory. The odds really weren't lying about this matchup. Absolutely phenomenal finish. Aster closes the door and secures a stunning victory. Omnic just barely missed out there. He fought an incredible battle, but it's just another victory for the favorite today. What a fight! Welcome to the Berserk League. Zeth and Aster are facing off on Dunes, with Aster entering as the clear favorite. Aster has held a massive advantage in their head-to-head history, winning nearly 80% of their games, and while Zeth just snagged the first round, the consistency of the higher-rated player usually shows up over a full match. It will be interesting to see if he can put a stop to this early lead. Aster claws back the lead, putting Zeth on the ropes. His confidence is soaring after that 34 run today. He's simply outclassing him right now, securing a 3rd straight victory. This looks just like their previous encounter on Italy P. Zeth takes this one effortlessly to keep things close. He's clearly not intimidated by that rating gap. We're deadlocked at 3 apiece and tension is peaking. He's fighting hard to shake off that previous loss on Italy, B. Aster edges ahead again, leaving Zeth chasing the lead. A tough draw for him, sitting outside the top 30. Aster is seeing a huge return on his current form, having gone 34 in the last day. Well, he's simply not letting any opportunity slip through his fingers. If he continues to pile up these quick rounds, Zeth is going to be in a deep hole. He's completely in control, picking up another effortless round to extend his lead. Quick recovery for Zeth to keep things steady right before the mid-match break. He's certainly proving he can trade blows with the top quartile. Aster takes the 8-4 lead into the break. I mean, he's simply proving why he's the favorite here. He's in total command of the pace, and Zeth needs a big shift in energy to close this gap. Time for a fresh start. Aster dominates the series, now sitting on 9 rounds. He's showing a massive disparity in total experience here. Aster is nearly untouchable, stretching the lead to 10. He's just too fast for Zeth, shutting everything down in less than a second. Zeth is completely out of options here. He's back in the driver's seat, moving just one step away from victory. His superior positioning is making least of his opponent. Unbelievable. He shuts the door on this series with a final decisive strike. He looked completely outmatched once he got those early rounds under his belt. A clean sweep for the top seed.